Welcome back to the Significant Weather Live test streams. We're now covering a tornado warning. GR level 3 does not show this a bug on GR level 3 not showing tornado warnings, but there is a tornado warning in effect for the cell here for Buna and Besme and Equidale. I'll show you the velocities here. I pull up Epic Pen here. Pull up Epic Pen. I don't see Epic Pen. Okay, I'll have to close it and reopen it. Put this down here. Okay. So the area of rotation is about right in. Oops, I don't have the pen selected. It is right here. 2 tornado warnings. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, we have a new tornado warning now in effect for this wrapping up here too. We have 2 tornado warnings now in effect. One is in Texas, just for the Buna, Besme, and Bancroft. I'll see if I can get a I will see if I can get a what you call it? Second, I'll see if I can get a picture up here. Hold on a second. Let me pull up. Which radar should I pull up? I have a backup radar. Hold on. I deleted it. Hold on a second. I'm going to be finding a radar here. We have 2 tornado warnings now in effect. One is in. They're both in the enhanced risk area, but one is in Texas and one is in Louisiana. Let's see. I'll be trying to get a zoom on this storm. All right, hold on a second. About got it up. I'll need to change a Google Hangout setting here to the whole screen. Bear with me here. Let me switch to entire screen. Share. Okay, now sharing the entire screen. Move this down here. Okay, so we have tornado warning in effect right here. It's too big. Hold on. So we have a tornado warning. Arrow over right to here is one, and we have another one right here in the red box. If you see the red box, we have one about here and one about here. Those are the 2 tornado warnings. So right here, tornadic supercells. Another storm that might get tornado warned is here, showing some signs of rotation. Okay, moving back to the radar. I'm going to be switching over to the Louisiana radar for showing a rotation. Strong rotation with these cells. Showing you the storm relative velocity. It shows a more. Yes, the this one heading towards fields. If you are in fields, take cover right now. Hold on a second. I'm looking at an interesting correlation coefficient signature, but I'm not sure what it's for. Might be showing some debris. This might be a ZDR drop. Well-defined supercell. There's a good chance this is a tornado on the ground. So this may be a tornado on the ground heading right for fields. If you are in fields, take cover immediately. This is a life-threatening situation. This could be a tornado on the ground. Take cover immediately. Treat it like a tornado. Let me see if I get a correlation coefficient signature from a little bit ago. Here. And yes, this tornado will be rain wrapped. I'm trying to get some past scans here. Hold on a second. I'm going to start this. Let's see if I can get a past scan. See, this is actually on the ground. The reflectivity is showing a very interesting signature. If you go back one scan, I'm kind of intrigued by that scan. If I go to a 2 here, I am really intrigued by that scan. It looked like it had, like, I'm not sure. It looked like it had, like, a debris ball. The eastern one. Strong rotation now starting to develop on the one coming ashore. That was the one I was worrying about. Coming rotation on that one ashore. So this is a dangerous situation. Multiple supercells coming ashore, and we also have tornado warned supercells right now. If you are in the town of Fields, take cover immediately. Possible tornado on the ground near Fields. Take cover right now. If you're in Fields, you need to take cover. Possible tornado just about to impact Fields. Oh. So, if you are in Fields, take cover immediately. Any word from the experts? TVS of 5, strong rotation. Yeah, it's a broad though. I'll have to say it's a broad rotation, but it's very well could be on the ground. We'll want to mention that. I'm confused. There's like a debris field. I'm not. There's a correlation coefficient signature that looks like right in front of it. I'm kind of confused on this. Unless, oh wait, now I see the hook, and then there's the inflow coming in there. Okay, never mind. I'll just hide this. So right about here. So expand this. I'll read off the warnings here. Okay. This is a tornado warning is in effect for the towns of Fields, Bivens, DeQuincy, also DeQuincy, Singer, and Horta. So take over now if you're in any of these towns. Let me read off this other tornado warning. Also take over if you're in Deweyville and Wrights. Also Devil's Pocket. Take cover now. Tornado warning is in effect for your area. Radar is indicating a possibility of a tornado on the ground. Strong rotation with this cell. I'll highlight the rotation here. I'll move this about right there. Reflectivity and then velocity. So if you don't know what these radars are, the one that is on the right is storm relative velocity, which basically tells us if the winds are heading towards or away from the radar, which allows us to indicate rotation. Red going away and green heading towards. And if you notice this blue color, the blue is just like a really high level green in a way. You may say that in a sense. And now on the left, that would be base reflectivity. That would be your normal radar you would use that shows just precipitation happening. And I'll show you what's interesting about this storm and why it has a tornado warning. So first of all, we have a well-defined hook echo. Hooks around about there. And we have inflow feeding in this notch. Very large inflow notch on this. So it's definitely getting inflow feeding into the storm. Now the area of rotation would be right here in the pink. You see that. I just went into pink. Now, if I change this over to SRV, there it is. There is your rotation. I'll change this over to reflectivity. I'll put a pin mark or just a marker, and this red dot, if you see this red dot, that is the exact same spot over here. So right in the notch, there's a area of strong rotation. So if you are in fields, it is most likely past you. Fields looks like it just went to the north of fields, tracking to the north and east. If you're on Twanta, Singer, take cover now. This is heading right towards you. Now moving back to the other tornado warning cell. It's not quite as well defined, but there is an area of rotation. I will highlight this for you. Here is where we're seeing the rotation in the pink, tracking off to the north and east. We're using the Louisiana radar. And if you're in Bancroft, take cover now. It's heading right towards Bancroft. It should be to you in the next 15 minutes. Take cover now. If it's not there in the next 15 minutes, either it died or it is still close. It's going to be close to 15 minutes. Now moving south, just to quickly cover this supercell coming ashore. Just to the west of the Sabine Pass, tracking northeast towards Port Arthur. We have a circulation here. I highlighted it there for you, and I'll also highlight where it is on this side. That is where the circulation is. Now SRV, there it is. See the red against the green. That's where the circulation is. Now switching this to reflectivity and switching this to velocity or SRV. It's tracking northeast towards Port Arthur. If you're in Port Arthur, heads up. The storm has the potential of a quarter-size hail and may have the potential of a tornado if this rotation increases. So if it increases, so watch out. These, and now I'm going to cover these storms down to the south, heading towards shore. Strong rotation on these cells, just about to come shore, tracking northeast. This will be tracking straight towards Crowley and Grand Center. These storms both have a 1-inch hail tracks on them, and both have well-defined couplets, or in other words, a well-defined area of rotation. Now moving on to the south of Galveston, also a very strong circulation offshore, likely has a strong water spout with that cell. Strong rotation, TVS of 5, tracking northeast. This will also be heading towards that general vicinity. A line of supercell thunderstorms offshore. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in a row. 10 in a row. Now, we're not taking a break. We have possible tornado, so we're not going to be taking a break until this threat is over. The immediate threat is over. Now, looking to the north. Okay, Ringgold. If you are in the town of Ringgold, take cover now. You have a very strong winds heading right towards you. This could be 70 to 80 mile per hour winds, and also the chance of a brief tornado near Ringgold. This is in northwest Louisiana. A possibility of a rotation or a brief circulation and 80 mile per hour wind gusts with that cell. Moving back to the tornado warned cells, or I believe are still tornado warned. Yes, they are still tornado warned. Let me a second. I'm bringing this up on this. I'm looking at the super res radar here. Both are well-defined supercell thunderstorms with hook echoes. Yes, pretty decent rotation there. Looking for a correlation coefficient signature. Not seeing a correlation coefficient signature there. But we may have one on the 1, 2. We might have a correlation coefficient signature on the. Yeah, we. Watch the storm to the west. That could have a correlation coefficient signature on it. Let me do a 4. I'll go to a 4-panel mode here. The top will be base velocity. This will be a ZDR, and then this will be correlation coefficient. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a marker right where the rotation is and see how that matches up. We could have a possibility of debris being picked up by this storm. So concerned about a possible tornado with this storm. Moving off to this storm. Could also have a correlation coefficient signature with the storm, but I'm not sure. It's kind of out ahead of it. To the north, and that could be one. I'm not sure. We might have a tornado just to the north of Fields. In fact, scan. One thing I will mention that may prohibit the tornado threat or may make things rain-wrapped. These storms are flying north, so I'll highlight these storms. This may prohibit the tornado threat. These storms right here, I'm circling, are moving straight north into these storms, which will cut off their inflow. And that may reduce threat. And in fact, that might already be starting to have effect. This is a very broad circulation now to the north and east of Fields, but still capable of producing a tornado. And we have a very broad rotation heading towards Bancroft. Right now, they appear to be weakening, but we have another supercell thunderstorm just to the west of Sabine Pass, heading towards Port Arthur that still has a rotation signature with it. Supercells are also a line of supercells tracking northeast, heading right towards the southwest Louisiana, and it's going to be heading towards the area of Grand China. Strong rotation also being indicated by the storms, possibility of strong waterspouts with these. Moving back towards the Houston area, checking out them. Not seeing too much, but I'm seeing the storm offshore has a very strong rotation. I'll highlight the rotation area on this. The rotation area is right here. Strong rotation, tracking off to the north and east. This is not appearing to be making landfall in a long time, so right now, just going to keep an eye on the storm and see if it does make landfall. Now, moving back to these storms, I'm going to get a track on the storm tracking to the north and east. Severe thunderstorm warning for Pine Prairie, Easton, heading towards Turkey Creek. Rotation may be starting to pick up on the western tornado warned cell. Not too sure about that. We're still waiting for a report of a confirmed tornado. We do not have any reports of a confirmed tornado at this time, but we're monitoring for the possibility of a confirmed tornado report or a radar confirmed radar to confirm a tornado. I think we guys, we might have a tornado now on the ground. Looking at correlation coefficient, I will show the correlation coefficient signature. The latest correlation coefficient signature is very large, and comparing it to the velocity, correlation coefficients, the blue correlation coefficient signature is non-meteorological particles. The other stuff like green, orange, and red is meteorological particles. The blue is non-meteorological particles, which basically means there's a good chance of that being debris being lofted by a tornado. The rotation is matching up right where the correlation coefficient signature. This is tracking off to the north and east. This is heading in the general direction of Fields and Bancroft. In between Fields and Bancroft, this may be a tornado on the ground. Strong correlation coefficient signature, which is indicating a possible radar confirmed tornado. I'm trying to see if there's anything that it hit. It's in a wooded area, so it's probably, if it's tornado, it's either picking up trees or there's also some isolated housing in the area. So if it is tornado, maybe it hit a house. I'm not sure about that, but there's lots of debris it could pick up if it is a tornado, and I'm seeing a strong signature. Continuing to monitor this for possibility of a tornado. It just went gray? Are you kidding me? Oh dear. That we have a strong correlation coefficient signature now. The possibility of a tornado right now is likely at this time. Yes, we do have gray in it. We have a gray correlation coefficient signature, which basically gray is a very low correlation coefficient signature. This is we're looking at a radar scope, very low. This is pretty much a likely tornado now on the ground. Yes, we have a wow, large gray correlation coefficient signature. ZDR does too. I'm going to go ahead and say there's a very high chance that there's a tornado on the ground at this time. So take cover immediately if you're in the path of this storm. Fields, Bancroft, tornado likely on the ground at this time. Let me show you this. Well, look at it wrapped up. It's wrapping up too. Look at the base reflectivity. The base reflectivity. Look at the base reflectivity. It's a very well-defined supercell thunderstorm with a likely tornado on the ground. Gonna be moving to a 4-panel mode here in a second. We'll be having this as a storm at relative velocity right there. Wow, this is a very intense signature. All 4 radar types are confirming a tornado. So this is at this time very likely a tornado on the ground. I'm going to be posting this to let's say weather now. Hold on a second. I will be switching the radar over to SIG weather now. Hold on a second. I'll be switching this screen will be switched over to radar scope. I'm going to be switching this over. Okay, share. There it is. This is going to be tracking towards Fields and Bancroft. Anyways, now I'm going to be doing this post. Likely tornado on the ground. I'm pretty much guaranteed that it is tornado. What's the count? That might be a debris ball now showing up on radar. Yeah. Yeah, changing this to single mode. Take this off, take this off, take this off. Be saving an image. Hold on a second. Take over now if you're Bancroft and Fields. Tornado at this time, I'm giving it an 85% chance of there being a tornado on the ground. Giving a very high number for a tornado being on the ground. Yes, on radar, but that's the only tool we have at the moment. Waiting for National Weather Service to confirm with this cell. Not sure if they're going to do it, but at this time, it's certainly possible that this is a tornado. The tornado warning has expired. It's going to need a new tornado warning here any moment. There's going to be a new tornado warning issued for this storm. This is a very dangerous storm. We'll be issuing that. Hold on a second. This is a dangerous situation. Okay, just about to be done with this post. I'll be back to covering this. Let me do another radar check on this. Downloading a new correlation coefficient. Okay, correlation coefficient signature is now gone. Okay, correlation coefficient signature is now gone all the way to nothing. That's how low it is. On GR3, it's gone all the way down to 0. This is a very dangerous situation. This is a likely tornado. We got a new tornado warning now in effect for the storm. That's probably for tornado on the ground. Yeah. See, I was more interested. The other one is getting its inflow cut off. Look at this. These storms racing north. It's cutting its inflow. Hold on. I gotta get this post out. There's a new one that just got issued. I got a text about it. Looks like we might have a debris ball now on the storm. This is a very dangerous tornado, possibly on the ground. This is a very dangerous situation. This is a likely tornado on the ground. Yeah, there's a new warning now in effect. I'm going to read off the warning statement. Capable of producing a tornado is what the warning states at this time. Would not be surprised if this does get upgraded, though. Share this. Okay, sure. Okay, I'm back to radar now. Got some good news. The correlation coefficient signature is now weakening with this cell, but it is right smack where the rotation is at the same time. So that's the bad news. Still likely tornado heading towards the town of Fields. Jordan Fields, take cover immediately. This is a potentially life-threatening situation. Well, this is a life-threatening situation. It's not potentially. This is latest update is now indicating that debris has been there's not as much debris with this storm. It may have lifted. I believe it may have lifted now. So good news for people in the path of this. This may have lifted. We still have one tornado warning in effect. I'll refresh this to show you guys. This still shows 2 tornado warnings on there. I don't know why. Hold on.
We're live streaming. Put it back on. Nathaniel ripped it off.
Still strong irritation with the storm. Wow. Very strong irritation. So at this time now, I'm not seeing that tornado being likely, but it's imminent. It's still on. There's still a tornado warning in effect for the towns. I'll list our names. Fields, Bancroft, and Horta. Those towns are in a tornado warning. This has had the potential for a possible tornado that has touched down with this storm. The signature was very serious. I believe we did have a tornado on the ground earlier. There was a very serious signature that was showing up on radar with that storm. So, right now, I have some good news. It could be trying to line out. I'll bring this right here up to here. And I'll show you. So, this is the current way it looks. Well, not exactly like that, but it's more of a line and then it curls. It looks more like a shelf now. I'll go back to what it did look like earlier. It had more of a curvature to it. That's what was more tornadic. So this storm at the moment does not look as tornadic as it was, which is good news. Right as of now, I'm not seeing a serious rotation with the storm either. I am monitoring the other storm that has rotation, but it is not. But it was rain wrapped, and it does not look very well defined. We'll be continuing to monitor these storms. Once the tornado warning expires, we will stop the live stream. But if the tornado warning continues, we will. If a new tornado warning gets issued, we will go back live. And which is very well possible. We do have some pretty serious supercell thunderstorms moving ashore. Let me see if my weather experts can also look at that with me. If you look just south of Louisiana, there's strong rotation coming ashore. Look at the storm relative velocity and the velocity, strong rotation coming ashore. And also one south of Galveston, pretty strong rotation on that. Probably a strong water spout with that. The Special Marine Warning states water spouts. So at this time, a tornado is not likely, but it is imminent. So we'll be continuing to be monitored. Once the tornado warning is taken off, we will, or if it just gets expired, we will, or if it just loses all rotation, we will stop. We'll stop the broadcast. Not completely stop it. We're not going to completely stop it, but we are going to just kind of turn the mic off but leave the radar going. If we do get a new tornado warning or one of our experts sees a pretty serious rotation, we will go back live. So I'm going to give it one more scan. If it doesn't show anything interesting, I think we're going to pause it. But we will go back live if there's a tornado warning or any serious danger out there or serious rotation signature. We will go back live. I'm more interested in the storms coming ashore now, to be honest. Okay, I'm going to update in 10 seconds. This will determine if I'm going to pause or just mute mic and leave radar up or not. retrying. It's retrying. Once the scan comes out, let's see what I need to do. I am interested in these storms coming ashore. I'm heavily interested in those. Those look pretty nice. No. I'll talk to you about it here in a second. Hold on. Oh no. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Never mind. Thought we might have had a debris signature, but it doesn't look like we do.
The update, you know.
So, alright, we're going to pause or leave the radar up for this storm. Leave it on a loop. So we will come back on if a tornado warning or any serious threat comes back. So, thanks for joining us, and we will be pausing this broadcast here now.